Hello, divine souls. I hope you guys are doing well. And I just saw one of the this video is typically not a video as such, but it is regarding one of the aspect of the divine masculines. Basically, how these divine masculines are so much habituated on cheating that you cannot even imagine, thinking of them as a truthful life partner in future. I mean, people feel ashamed when they cheat. People feel uncomfortable when they cheat. But these divine masculines are such a rascal that cheating is their way of life. Like, some people live by the policy of honesty, some people live by the policy of kindness, some people live by policy of family legacy whatsoever. But this divine masculines lives by this, they thrive by this idea of cheating. Cheating for them is a way of life. Cheating for them is a sort of a pleasure. It gives them a kind of a kick. It boosts their ego, and the worst part is that their hunger of cheating never ends. One after the another, it keeps on going, it keeps on coming again and again. No wonder divine masculine is in a male body or in a female body. They do it on their own way. Talking to random people for attention seeking, making new friends in the name of their boredom or exploring whatsoever, but they continuously keep on doing. See, somewhere down the line they are seeking a solace of a connection which they don't have in their life, right? There is a void within them. My point is that even the collective divine feminines have a void within them, but they don't go on the streets and act like prostitutes, right? It might be extreme, but the ideology of the female divine masculines are similar to that of prostitutes, and that of a male divine masculines are similar to that of Casanova. Why? Because if you see these prostitutes and Casanova, for them it doesn't require typically to have a decorated person in front of them to have their desires fulfilled or for earning money or whatsoever they do, right? They just need a person, a body in front of them, that's it. And the same goes with this divine masculines collective और द डीएम कलेक्टिव. रादर डिविनिटी तो इनमें घंटा कहीं पे होता नहीं है, ठीक है, तो मुंह से बार बार निकल जाता है डिवाइन, बट डिविनिटी तो इनमें पता नहीं होता ही नहीं है, ठीक है. आइदर दे आर डेविल मैस्कुलिन्स और दे आर डिस्टॉर्टेड मैस्कुलिन्स, एंड all they do their lifelong is only cheating. I wonder, after marriage, these divine masculines do get that craving for continuing cheating again and again, or they stop it after marriage, because it is that long built habit since their childhood that they have been doing like this, gaining opposite sex attention, connecting with more and more of people, gaining opposite sex attentions, their validations, their approvals, right? And they have this legacy of coming into short-term relationships with the opposite sex and dumping them, coming in short-term one after the other, there's a series of people whom they have hurted already in the past, right? Male female doesn't matter. If it's a DM, that's their pattern of doing it, right? I wonder, that is one of the reason why they cannot get a peaceful sleep in their night, because the curse of all those people, the tears of all those people who have cried in the fake love of divine, this DMs, they all get accumulated one by one, and in overall and totality the DMs end up sabotaging their own peaceful life. How can you expect to have a peaceful life after you have done all those shits with many people? Now when the divine masculines does so, it is in a way of they are just doing for fun. For them it is not even like they realize that they might have hurted someone, or they might have played with the emotions or feelings of someone, but for them it is just a fun. But for the other people, they get really disturbed by the actions and behaviors of the DMs collective. Today only one of the DF contacted me and shared the story of how a DM in a male body was doing something. I'll prepare a separate video on this. I don't want to put it here because I might lose my balance if I start speaking on those lines, because it was really disturbing for him, DF in a male body. He told many stories regarding his twin flame journey, and how his female DM was manipulating him since a long time, and it's really terrible. It's really terrible. And these DMs don't have their emotions at all. They are so much selfish, so much self-centered, that they just need their wish fulfillment at anyhow. And above the chart, in our previous videos, we have already discussed that even the divine has gifted them with their manifestations abilities, and everything that they wish to happen in their life, all the desires do get fulfilled also. And that again boosts up their confidence that whatever, whenever I want, it happens. But one thing I'll tell you, this fact, that the manifestations abilities of DMs flourish only and until they haven't come across the real DF in their life. Okay, once they come in a real touch of their real DF, after that what happens is that during their bubble phase, during when everything is going good between the DF and the DM, one or two of their wish fulfillment, which was pending since long, gets fulfilled, right? One or two of their pending wish fulfillment happens during this phase. But listen carefully, after that entire life, no matter how hard they try, they do not get productive wish fulfillment. Now what do you mean by productive wish fulfillment, sir? Wish fulfillment is a manifestation. After all, what is productive and non-productive? So productive wish fulfillment is that something that can be out of a productive nature, out of something that might result in a good form. Non-productive wish fulfillment, which the DMs eventually land up to after sabotaging the connection with their DF, after hurting their DF or things like that, they will only be able to manifest whatever things which is non-productive for them. Okay, I don't remember earlier what I have said, but right now take it as a clarification that before meeting the real DF, all their manifestation, mostly like we have spoken in the earlier videos, 6 or 7 out of 10 wish fulfillment is happening back to back, and that boosts up their ego. After meeting the real DF, 1 or 2 of the non-productive wish fulfillment happens. Rest, their bigger dreams, aspirations goes for a toss. Now, after hearing out the painful story of our brother DF, it makes me more sad, because I can see where his DM is heading towards, right? She is heading towards lot of troubles in future, but he is not able to advise her because she might not take his advice. Circumstances are as such. But in short, if I let you know, he told me that his DM, female DM, meanwhile, when he was not talking with her, she was so obsessed with seeking external validations and attention from other men, that she was entertaining someone on the internet who was having a fake ID, right? And she was having long chats, discussion, giving him attention, taking attention from him and things like that. And she was enjoying it, Now, ID, he also, described it, showed me few clips, something like that. It was clearly visible it is a complete fake ID. None of the followers were genuine. None of the list that person was following was genuine. And the only person that was interacting on the fake ID was his female DM, right? Now, it was so much shattering for him that he was literally crying in front of me, and I don't know, it's really bad. These DMs are not even, I suppose, a genuine humans, playing with other people's emotions, playing with other people's feelings, playing with other people's dreams is what they like a lot about. For them, people are just like time pass. People are just a mode of entertainment for them. Somehow, they seek pleasure and validations from the other opposite sex. Before, when I had not done much of research, I used to think that a female DM would not operate like that, being in a female. But hearing out so many cases and observing so many cases, I've seen that, DM is a DM, be it female or a male, doesn't matter at all. DM will behave like a pathetic, rotten egg. Like, if in female, the worse. Why? Because female, at least we regard in our society all across the world as a soft, caring, pure, nature. But I'll tell you one of the thing, I have seen this pattern, that whenever a DF is dictating their story in front of us, whenever as a DF is telling about their twin flame journey, DF is always, somehow they land up to crying. They can't hold up their emotions. And I just feel like giving them a hug, wiping their tears. They eventually end up crying. Their emotions become so much heavy even while dictating the stories. But this DM, these rascals, these prostitutes and Casanovas, they will be abusing the other person while telling the stories. Right? That is the difference. This is a common pattern I've seen across. A DF can't even abuse the other person. Why? Because the DF is one who has got hurted by a DM, right? And the DF has a full right and left, up and back, to abuse the DM for whatever shit they have done to the DF. But the DF will hold back their tongue. They will rather prefer to cry out. And a substantial time, whether male or a female DF, doesn't matter, but they literally eventually cry. Today also the same thing happened. Literally, this guy cried in front of me. Even being a man, being a boy, Now imagine the kind of sensitive emotions that the DFs have. And when the same, I have seen many females coming in front of me and, dictating their story. They might come thinking that they are a female, DF, divine feminine, or things like that. But eventually, when I realize, no, she's not a DF, she's a DM. Why? Because I check through many angles. It's not 1 or 2 points like I have told you guys that, sir, if you tell that, DM likes drinking coffee or DM, prefers smoking, then okay, I smoke, I become a DM. I don't smoke, I don't become a DM. Not like that, things like that. I have a series of things to check, step by step. I check a lot. And obviously the energy of the DM speaks regarding it, but this is a commonality pattern that I've observed, is that when a DM, even if they are taking consultations from us, whether they realize that they are a DM in this journey or they mistake themselves as a DF in their journey, but whenever they are even taking sessions for further guidance or dictating their story, they will be abusing the other person, whomsoever they were in the relationship. They are good at abusing. गाली वाली देना तो उनको मतलब बायां हाथ का खेल है, बायां भी नहीं, दायां हाथ का खेल है, राइट. DM is very comfortable in giving गाली. Again, मेल हो या फीमेल फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Whether the DM is in a male body or in a female body, they do abuse the other person with whom they were in the relationship. This is a very common pattern I have seen, right? Now these DMs are, I'll tell you another secret which I have, preserved for the further videos, but in a length we might be creating other videos. I'll work as per the flow it goes. These DMs, they are, if in a male body, they are very much obsessed with the female gender. Now you'll say, yes, okay, that's very good. But if the DM is in a female body, still she will have a good, attraction towards female. Okay. We'll jot it down detail in other video. I'm not, stretching on this one. But the thing is that, regarding if you seek any kind of a loyalty or things like that, the DM will never had been loyal in any of the relationships they had in the past, right? And whether be a male or a female DM doesn't matter, but they had never been loyal. But the point is that they never see their own disloyalty at any point of time. They always see, they always find out, they are good at finding out mistakes on other people, but they find it very difficult to self-analyze and take the blame on themselves, or to think that somewhere they might have done wrong, right? And seeking attention from the opposite sex is so much rampant on these people that without the validation from the external people, they are just dying. I have seen DFs who are crying alone with their pets at home, struggling with their finances, everything, but not stepping outside. Even if they are not struggling with the finances, they are, doing with their business whatsoever, but they are not stepping outside their boundaries by entertaining the opposite sex in the name of attention or in the name of curing their boredom, right? They are waiting for a proper soulmate in their life to get married and settled in life. That's it. But the DM, they whether they are in a relationship, whether they are not, continuous, they want attention from the other person again and again, to such an extent that even a street boy or a street girl, anyone who random they find on the internet, they will start chatting with them, they will start talking to them, they will start giving them attention, they will start taking attention from them. And it was exactly what happened with this DF. He said that he found out that his female DM was talking to a stranger who had built a ID just recently, and among the followers list also, none of the people were, among the friend list, none of the people were genuine. Everything is non-genuine. He is able to see it, entire world is able to see it, but his DM, female DM, is not able to see it. She is so blind on taking the attention from that person, from that random person on the street, and everything that guy is posting is all fake. The photos are fake, everything is fake, and this guy, female DM, is going and participating in that fake account, right? So why the DM behaves in that way is that internally they lack this reservoir of love, they lack this reservoir of purity, right? It is only with the DFs. So DFs can go into self-love and be isolated, merge with the nature or with their pets or with their hobbies, anything. DMs are very much materialistic, selfish, narcissist people. And without continuous supply of attention, of energy from the opposite sex, they cannot thrive, they cannot live. It becomes very difficult. The most astonishing and the crazy part in the story is that when the DM is searching here and there for public attention, free attention from other people all around, their body, their soul is actually searching for the real DF, right? But what they eventually do is that they won't initiate a communication with the real DF, right? Somewhere their ego doesn't allow. Their entire friend circle, their social group, their family, their cousins, their siblings, their friends in the schools, college, office colleague, everyone knows about the habits and the pattern of the DM. They have already vanished and extinguished all those options they had in their life, right? Means one thing is there, while I was talking about the attention from the opposite sex, both male and female DM are attracted towards the female gender, right? And in the DF's case, both male and female DF are comfortable with the females. Means, in the say, a DM in any kind of a body will be having more of male friends. DF in any kind of body will more have female friends, right? Now the contrasting part is that a DF, even if she is having or he is having any of the female friend, they are not indulging in flirting, gaining sexual freebies or attention from the other person. But in case of the masculines, you cannot say it, anything fishy they can do about it, especially while playing with the emotions of the other people, right? So even a female DM will be having lot of male friends. A female DF will never be comfortable with lot of male friends, right? But a female DM will always be having a lot of male friends. Even the male DM will be having a lot of male friends, right? And their pattern of these flirtations, of gaining free attentions, using and playing with their emotions, they have tried out with all the friends in their circle already, right? Now it is vanished, it is finished. Now they want new people in their life who can feed on to that continuous supply of attentions. And these DMs are so much pathetic that to gain such attention, they will even, ply on interacting with any random person on the internet, because with internet it is very easy for them to gain that, kick, this free attention from the opposite sex. A lot of, cyber crimes and everything is happening all over, where people are misusing your photographs, people are misusing your identity, right? But for the DM it doesn't matter, until and unless they land up in a big trouble in future. They are comfortable inviting any free ID in their account. And I'll create a separate video on the social media habits of divine masculine or the DMs, okay? And there I will clarify many different things, and how a social media account of a DM looks like and how a social media account of a DF looks like, right? I suppose it is one of a kind video, right? Because nobody in the internet would have, thought so minutely and so deeply into this subject matter. But there is a glaring difference in the way how a DF manages his or her social media handle and how a DM manages his or her social media account. The guy was saying that he has done so much efforts in that relationship. He has given his heart out to his DM, helped her in many of the situations, motivated her in many of the occasions, supported her in many of the places whenever she needed. But every time it was him that he had to initiate the communication, right? DM would never initiate the communication at all. Her ego would not allow. And he was saying that, sir, she does not like my photos, she does not interact with me much, every time I have to interact. But she is very comfortable in liking the random pics of any people on the internet. How is it so, sir? Why so like that? I know her for a longer time, we have talked for a longer time. I have helped her in many situations, I think that we are good friends also. But finally, she doesn't even like my photos. She doesn't even, initiate any kind of a chat or discussion. Every time only I have to put the efforts. But for the random people, for the fake IDs, she has no issue, right, in talking to them, in liking their photo and everything. So why is it so? He was asking me. So I said, these DMs think that even if they have, feelings for someone and, they don't behave normally, they, keep a facade out of it and hide their feelings behind it. So other people will not know, because they are very much fearful regarding this, that if the other person comes to know about their feeling, they might misuse them altogether. They might play with their emotions. And why a DM will think like that the other person, after knowing other emotions, will play with them, is of basically of the two things. One thing is that they themselves are a player, they themselves are a mischief creature who has played with many people in the past and their emotions already. So they think that every now and then other people also, even the DF, will play with their emotions once they execute that they like that other person. And another reason is that they had certain kind of trust issues or relationship breakups in the past already, which prevents them from acting normally, even with those people with whom they feel those emotions, right? In the case of DFs, the DM will always deny those emotions. They will never acknowledge. Nevertheless, universe is putting back and forth all the efforts of educating them, giving them signs, signals, everything that go and establish this relationship. Don't waste your time further. But they will be continuously ignoring those signs and synchronicities and everything. They will never listen to their heart. They only listen to their mind. They are always calculating what is the best thing out of them. How can they reach up to their materialistic goals in a quick way, right? Regarding the dreams, if we call, whenever a DF is dreaming, DF is dreaming of a dream together with the DM and a wish fulfillment together. The 10 of cups energy the DFs are into, right? A happy family kind of system. How a DM sees is that how their a DF is seeing how they can fulfill the wish of their family, their life partner, everyone, right? People around them, their future children, everything. But how a DM sees is that how they can fulfill their own wish, their own selfish desires, whatever they have. And mostly it is materialistic. Like in our previous videos, the DFs have spilled out the checklist. They like to travel around the world, showcase Instagrammable, presentable power couple photos, right? Big lavish lifestyles and homes, right? And a lot of social validation that, oh, you have married a very beautiful girl or you have married a very rich guy, those kind of validations from the other people. So these are the things mostly the DMs thrive on, mostly. And any random person, even with a what you call a fake demeanor, it will do them. Like suppose if a DM is a boy or a man and a DF is posting fake pictures, in fake makeups and fake outfits, and presenting herself as a very beautiful creature, although she might not be, DM will say, oh, good, I will marry this person. Why? Because I want a beautiful wife. I am getting it. And mainly they will see if they can control the other person or not. They are so selfish, they don't want to be controlled. They always want to control the other person. Similarly, if a DM is in a female body, she will see how her selfish motives, her own dreams of, traveling around the world as a free sponsor, a lavish lifestyle, where they have to, invest little in their relationships and get maximum materialistic pleasures. So I'll tell you, all these things won't land you up in a heaven. You'll experience, you gonna mark my words, I'm telling you, and listen this 100 times if you know that you are a divine masculine and operating in this fashion. Don't expect you to reach heaven even if you are a DM, right? You are gonna experience hell right on this earth. Any DM who is cheating on their DF, who is hurting their DF, not giving time and attention and care as a reciprocation, at least mere human reciprocation of their efforts and their feelings, and you are going and distributing yourself like a freebie to all the fake people around you and having multiple partners, multiple attention seeking joints, right? You are gonna experience hell on this earth from today till your death. This is my word to all the DMs whose DF are listening this video. And even to those DMs who are cheating on their partners, who are cheating on their DFs, who are playing with their emotions, despite knowing the fact that the DF has a lot of feelings, lot of unconditional love for you, which you will never ever get from any bastard in this world, right? But you like to behave in a playful energy. You are a player. Nevertheless, you show anyone or not, but you are a player, right? And out of your player energy, one thing you got to remember, that you can play with anyone's fucking emotions, but the karma payback will happen the day you play with the emotions of the divine feminine. And if the divine feminine, God's sake, is an awakened divine feminine, he or she has already invested a lot in spiritual devotion and everything. I'm telling you, this DMs, it's gonna pay you back multiple times, and you won't able to resist the heat of the karmic payback that you'll have to suffer in this lifetime. All the glitters and the gold which you are running after, all the fairy tales and the dreams of yours, your selfish motives and fantasies and dark desires that you crave for, all in the loan. It will come in front of you as an attractive and a very colorful gift. But once you open the box, all you will find that it was filled with thorns and snakes and scorpions. And they will bite you hard, they will sting you hard, and you will be bleeding to death. But even death won't come to you, because you have already left away your life oxygen, which is the love energy of the divine feminines. You have ignored the divine feminines in the past. You have hurted the divine feminines already a lot in the past. And I'm telling you, if you are a DM, you literally fucking know where you have fucked up with the DF. You literally know whether you acknowledge it by yourself or not. And that will manifest in the form of your bad health. That will manifest in the form of your lack of peace in life. That will manifest in the form of increase in troubles and struggles in you and your family. That will manifest in form of you not getting a peaceful sleep ever after on your bed. That will manifest in form of you finding breathlessness. Because as a DM, you can only survive on the pure unconditional love energy from the DF. It acts as an oxygen to you. You cannot be acting over smart by ditching your real DF, by running around the karmics and thinking that you will be healthy, wealthy and fine and fulfilling your dreams. You selfish rascals. You think you are too smart than the universe? You are too capable than the universe itself? That with your small mind games, some manipulative tactics and strategies, you will be able to fool the universe also? Because you are very happy fooling the DF and playing with their emotions, right? It's never too late that you will see all those karmic debts, and it won't finish ever. It will continue till your last breath on earth. You will be walking around the earth as a body without a soul. No doctor, no healer, no prayers, nobody fucking on earth will be able to cure you, will be able to make you alive. So I just want to tell you guys, the DMs, go out and explore the world. The world is there for you. There is endless men and women out there with whom you can speak, with whom you can chat, with whom you can sleep, with whom you can flirt, with whom you, whatever you want to do, and fulfill all your cravings of attention and hunger, lust, whatsoever rotten things you have, you can fulfill it. But mark my words, none of your attempt of finding happiness outside the boundaries of the love of the DFs will ever quench your thirst. You will die thirsty, alone in the desert. And when you will seek for some water or for some help, nobody will be around you to give you even a drop of water. That is your destiny. It is not something I am, bursting out because I saw the boy crying out in front of me. Although it has disturbed me a lot, but I have literally seen those DMs walking around in party attire, being around a family function in a very jovial environment, and still yet their energies are so shattered. They are feeling so alone, and they are literally walking like a body without a soul. Don't think that it's just Vijay sir's statement. Mahadev has said himself, Lord Mahadev, Devadidev, Mahadev has himself said, without Shakti I am only Shav. शक्ति के बिना मैं सिर्फ एक शव हूँ। जब शक्ति मेरे अंदर प्रवेश करता है ना, तभी मैं शिव बनता हूँ। जब तक शक्ति विहीन रहता हूँ मैं, शक्ति के बिना शिव भी शव है। This is what Mahadev has explained, the divine masculine energy. And you guys don't even realize this fact. You find it very fun in getting into connection with any random person, any random people on earth. There is always so many backups in your friend list, right? If this doesn't work, I'll go to this. If this doesn't work, I'll go to this. If this doesn't work, I'll go to this. There is endless list of options. If plan A doesn't work, I have plan B. If plan B doesn't work, I have plan C and 3 and D, and like that till Z, or I don't know beyond that also. But I let you know that none of your plan will get fulfilled happily. You all will be landing in big troubles of your lifetime, which is non-curable by anyone or anybody in this world except for your real DF. This is what the universe has said about the twin flame journey. This is what Mahadev has said about the twin flame journey. And this is a personal curse from Vijay sir to all the DMs collective, that if you are hurting your DF, if your DF is loyal towards you, if your DF has always loved you unconditionally, you understand the term unconditionally, na? Unconditionally means without any conditions. He or she is not asking anything or expecting anything from you. It's not like your pathetic, shitty love where you maintain a checklist that the other person has to have beauty, other person has to be good looking in skin, has to have a good bank balance, has to come from a very big family. We have already discussed regarding the checklist of the divine masculines. Anybody wants to know can go and check on the YouTube. So the DFs are not maintaining any kind of checklist. They are just expecting pure love in exchange of pure love from you. And you are not able in a capacity to reciprocate a pure love to the DFs. I can understand that. It's fine. As a human, it's a free will as well. You don't want to give love, don't give. Right? But at least do not degrade yourself to such a stoop level that it really hurts. Anybody in your family member would know, even they would be ashamed of your behavior, that you hide behind the curtains, that you do in your isolation. Even your families, your father, your mother, your siblings will be ashamed of your mindset that you guys have for yourself. The kind of wild fantasies, the kind of manipulation and the tricks, the kind of planning of cheatings that you guys always have in your mind. You think God gonna award you, reward you for all those things that you are doing? You know you are not going into a long-term relationship with the other person. Even those random persons with the fake IDs on the internet with whom you interact, you know you are not going to get into a long-term relationship with them. And still you are giving your attention and gaining attention from them. Why? Because you have a pattern of hurting many people in the past already, and you cannot give away with your old habits. You are an immature child who is always crying for one toy or the other. And you get bored very easily after playing with one of the toys. So basically humans or the opposite sex are nothing but just a toy for you. You are just playing with feelings of the other person again and again. So I'll tell you, with all those people whose emotions you have played, with all those fake ideas whom you interact, knowing that you are not going to give any commitment, you are not going to, give any kind of future with that person, still you give away with all those love bombings, gaslighting, ghosting, breadcrumbing, benching, whatsoever other new terms this Gen Z generation has developed. Such a young boy, this DF, and his DM is also very young, and at this age they are doing those shit. Can't even imagine what their future would be like. You are interacting with those fake ideas to fulfill your hunger of lust and attention and cure your boredom. But you might get into a scam as well. You guys are so blind of your mind games and manipulations that you guys don't even realize that you can get scammed very easily. Your photos can be leaked on the internet. Right? You guys don't realize these things. Anyways, whatsoever it was emotions and feelings I have already discussed. But I'll tell you, despite even I am saying all these things, despite I am putting out those intentions on the universe so that, the DMs get their brain straight and they acknowledge this bond and come forward to their real DF, surrender to the, this connection. I'll tell you, the fact is that DMs are made of a very thick skin. They will never, ever get, correct their habits out of just a video or even a series of video. any kind of uploads, any kind of informations we or any of the channel shares, you guys never will correct yourself. And if any DF cries out for you from their heart, you are already fucked up. Your life is already fucked up. If even a drop of DF's tear falls from their eyes, DM's life is gone for a toss, then and there. And the more time it takes for the karma to manifest, the more harsh the outcomes will be. So be prepared for that. Be prepared to fuck up your own life. Nobody, no God, no divinity, no holy masters, no prayers, no Hanuman Chalisa, nothing will come to rescue you. No Jesus Christ, no Allahu Akbar. No God will come to rescue you. Why? Because it is a twin flame journey. It is not an ordinary journey. You guys are making a mockery of fun out of it. I came across a video which I'll be sharing after this audio clip, which you guys can share with your DMs if you are in talking terms to them, so that they awaken to their real consciousness and stop playing immature, childish behavior with themselves and with this connection. And I'll tell you, all our efforts of doing this is going on vain, because eventually the DM will do what they like doing. They won't be taking cognizance of this situation and acting rationally. It won't happen, and that's the reason why they are DMs, right? But somewhere down the line, the universe and twin flame coaches like us get so much bored by and so much frustrated by seeing the situations of the collective DFs, that we cannot stop ourselves from asking the universe to please give a nice tight slap on the ass of these DMs, a big one, right? Don't ever spare them, for God's sake. They deserve it. They deserve it literally. Why? Because for them cheating is fun. For them cheating is their habit. For them cheating is a way of life. And all those luxuries and those monies and those aspirations of a dream job, of a dream business, of those dollars and euros, whatever you are thinking in your mind, I'll also see how all those things brings you happiness altogether. It never does. It never has done in the past. It has never done right now, and it will never do in the future as well, unless and until you behave as a good human being. It will never happen. And by hurting your real DFs in first place, you are yourself giving a hint to the universe that yes, I am not a good person. I am a bad person. I may have a facade of an innocent face, a cute looking face. I may be wearing costly attires in suits, and I might be splashing costly perfumes on my things, on my body, but that doesn't purify your soul. From within, your actions, your decisions are so much pathetic and rotten that down the line you are destined to suffocate yourself. This is the right word I have not uttered till now. Your entire life will get choked. It will be suffocated. And then you'll remember this video, and you'll remember Vejaay sir. You will remember the universe and ask for mercy. But neither the universe, neither the DF, because there is no difference between the DF and the universe. Many of the DFs are already merged with the universe. So universe is within them. You play with the universe, you try to play with their emotions, see what happens. Just wait and watch what happens. You continue your mind games, you continue your manipulative tactics, you continue playing with the feelings of your DFs, you run around the karmics, you run around your materialistic goals. Just see what happens. Wait and watch for the karma to play back in your life. We'll also sit there and enjoy the show, right? And meanwhile, there's a video which I'll be sharing after this video. Do watch. It is a real verbatim of a woman. And when I saw this video, I thought that it was literally as a divine masculine having their share of confessions of how they live their life, their ideology, and how suffocating life became even after achieving many of the materialistic goals which they wanted to achieve. They did not find happiness unless and until they surrendered to God, right? Do watch this video and do share your valuable feedback below this video. Do share this video with any of the divine masculines you know is there in your connections or is there in your life, who is playing with the emotions and feelings of a true, genuine DF in exchange of their soft feelings and unconditional love, in exchange of their hard efforts to preserve this bond. What the DMs are giving them is just not worthy. The energy exchange is just not worthy. You have to pay the karma, you have to pay the karmic debt. Just wait and watch for your time. It might have already started, but slowly you'll witness how everything around you starts crumbling down like a pack of cards. That's my word. And whenever I speak, it does happen. That is my conviction. Everyone, watch the video further, give your valuable feedback. Good night, take care.
I love cheating. It's actually my biggest fantasy. So you'll never want to cheat on me. You'll be drained. Like there's nothing left in you to cheat. But I will cheat because I'm bored. I am so thankful that God truly met me where I was, because I now feel emotions. The minute God met me in my living room, I started feeling like it was crazy, because it was a phenomenon of years and years and years of being numb. It was like a puzzle piece with a piece missing, and that piece was like the best part of it, you know, like the actual heart of it was gone. And I had this moment with God where I was like feeling all of this, and I was sobbing in my living room, but I was at my wit's end. I had everything around me. I lived in a 4,200 square foot home, which was like $3.5 million. I drove a Porsche. I had any designer bag that you could want. I have a ginormous closet. I have everything. Money doesn't matter. It did not bring me true joy. Like, you can be happy, like, oh, I just got a new bag, cool, but that's not joy. Like, the joy that the Lord gives you is like, well, one, he says it's your strength, but the joy that I have now is nothing compared to worldly happiness.